Here in Munich, it is the middle of July, and that means that summer vacation for schools is going to happen soon, happens in August and the beginning of September for us. And we'll, as a family, be flying about and really not be in our routine at all. And for that reason, I have been trying to plan a day away. And I thought, hey, why don't I just give you all some tips about how you could plan your own day away. Hey everybody, welcome to the Sanctus Forum. I'm Michael Stewart Robb, better known as Mike. And on the Sanctus Forum, we do everyday spirituality. But sometimes we need some spirituality that's not every day. We need to take a day that's not like every day, and we just need to spend it away from the ordinary, away from the routine. And I think that if you've never done this sort of thing before, there may be some daunting aspects of it. You may not quite know how to get into it, or maybe if you have done it, you want to know how to do it more or how other people do it. That's what I thought would be helpful. I've got five ideas, 5 tips, and yeah, the first one is really one from me, something that I've learned in my experience, which is you don't have to spend the night anywhere. Now, this is where the biggest expense will come in for spending a day away. And it's also the biggest logistical thing because, you kind of look around like, what is this nice place to, the room that's going to sort of fit the mental, spiritual atmosphere that I want to create, and there's only so many of those. And if you just sort of say, well, I'm not going to spend the night, then that really opens up possibilities because you don't have that added expense. You can do this for basically free. You just get on your bike or into your car. Well, you have to pay for gas in your car, get onto the train. You just go somewhere where you're just going to spend daylight hours, or at least the warm hours of the day, on your own. So you just stay out until dark, and then you come home and sleep in your own bed. You wear weather appropriate clothes. Now, mid-July, as we have it now, it's not really opens things up in Germany. You can go all sorts of places, but I found that you can do this sort of stuff in colder weather as well. Just have to sort of stay moving, think like a hiker, and just walk about. Lots of really good possible options if you don't think, well, I've got to find a place to stay for the night. Secondly, you are going to want to pick a place. Just because you're not going to spend the night somewhere doesn't mean that you don't have to have some sort of goal, some sort of location where you're going to be. Now, just don't overcomplicate this. There are lots and lots of places that could be suitable for a place to spend a day away. Preferably, you're going to want to find a place with less people, but you can actually seek anonymity in the crowd. And I live in the middle of a city, and I have done days away just right here, surrounded by all sorts of people and the noise and all of that. It's perhaps maybe not where you should start if you're a beginner, but it actually will work, and if that's your best option, then go with that. But otherwise, just don't make it complicated. Just, that first park, that first sort of walk, wilderness area, the nice town, village, wherever you think you can just find a bench, find a chair, and sit. Go with that. Do that. Now, as for inner or mental spiritual preparation, one of the things to keep in mind is that this is not an escape. It's not an escape. No, you want to meet with God. That's the idea here. You're not just trying to escape from your ordinary everyday life. You're trying to meet with God, and you're trying to find a place and time in which that can actually happen. Now, this idea comes from my friend Anna Mullen in Dublin, Ireland, and I think she's exactly right. Don't approach this as a way to just get out of Dodge. Approach it as a way to sort of find God and give Him the appropriate space that He needs to come and meet with you. Now that leads into the next one, which is that you don't want to go with expectation. Like, this is what I expect is going to happen, and therefore, if it doesn't happen, I'll be disappointed. But do go with desire. So not having clear expectations is doesn't mean that you can't want certain things to happen, that you can't want God to whatever, it's open to you. So don't shut yourself down there like, I don't care. You do care. That's why you're doing this. But let happen what happens, and maybe you will come back disappointed. Your desires won't be met, but do become aware of what those desires are. Make sure that you actually have some. All right. Finally, be prepared for negative thoughts. Now, you might think this is going to be great, and God's going to show up, and He's going to fix everything that's wrong in my soul, and I'm just going to be on cloud nine. Well, some of that might happen. It probably won't fix everything that's wrong in your soul, and you may be on cloud nine, but don't discount the possibility that some of those negative thoughts, which are in you already, won't suddenly come out. Biblically, we talk about there being the world, the flesh, and the devil, which contribute to the problems in the world. Now, mainly you're going to be stepping away from the world in this day away, but you're going to be bringing the flesh with you. That's you. You can't walk away from that. And, the devil, he's going to perhaps show up too. Now, see, this is a really good thing, because actually, when you are alone with God, you have many more resources to deal with those negative thoughts than you do in your ordinary context, okay? They will be easier to deal with because the solitude and the space with God will make you strong or stronger in order to deal with these sorts of things. And I think that's one of the reasons why God gives the devil, gives evil forces in this world a little bit more freedom to challenge us in these times, because he knows that we're strong. Now, if that sort of talk scares you, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just think more generally. Negative thoughts may show up. I would expect those. Expect that they might be there, and don't let that disturb you. In general, of all the days that I spent away and all of that, there have been negative thoughts there too, but they have been far outnumbered by positive thoughts and by the presence of God. Well, if you actually do something like this in the next 2 months, you see this video and it leads you to spend a day away, let us know. You don't have to give us your whole journal about the day, but let us know. Write to us at info@sanctus.institute, and let us share in your journey. And we appreciate that. We appreciate knowing that these videos actually go out to real people. And so to all you real people out there, I will see you next week. Oh, by the way, next week we're going to have some kids from a local school helping me here. So video is going to be a little bit different. We'll see what that's going to be like. Yeah. Bye.